Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Maxwell McGirt.
And I'm Terza Sprigella. Let's take a look at the news. This past week, Bradley University students were informed of the coronavirus prevention methods as the deadly virus continues to spread throughout the country and around the world. On February 28th, the university's Health Services Department sent an email notifying students of the virus. Although there are currently no confirmed cases of coronavirus on or near Bradley's campus, Director of Health Services, Dr. Jessica Higgs, is encouraging students to take precautionary measures.
Use basic hygiene and make sure that you're doing it all the time. So washing your hands frequently, having hand sanitizer, wiping things down if you're out in public spaces, covering your cough. If you have a cough, you should cough into your sleeve, not just cough out or cough into your hand. You want to do it into sleeve or a tissue. And then if you're sick, stay home.
As spring break approaches, Dr. Higgs encourages students to check the Centers for Disease Control's website for potential travel warnings.
The Bradley University College Fair was held this past Thursday in the Renaissance Coliseum. The College Fair is aimed at high school students from all across Central Illinois with the goal of introducing the soon-to-be graduates to colleges around the U.S. The colleges in attendance range from our own Bradley University to colleges in Arizona, Alabama, and Michigan. The event also functions as a way for both would-be students and parents to meet with representatives from the colleges and have any questions they may have answered. To find out more about the College Fair, please contact the Bradley University Admissions Office for more details.
Ready for a pink table talk? Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority collaborated for an empowerment brunch this past Saturday. Let's take a look.
The Alpha Kappa Alpha and Sigma Lambda Gamma hosted a Pink Table Talk Empowerment Banquet this past Saturday. The Pink Table Talk is a reference to the Red Table Talk, a live Facebook broadcast show of 3 different generations of women discussing controversial topics. The focus of this Pink Table Talk was intersectionality. The Pink Table Talk consisted of a panel of Bradley professors who shared their personal experiences with intersectionality and why it is important to understand the topic.
We decided to host this event mostly because intersectionality is a very important topic in today's society. It definitely holds a lot of truth, and it's the basis and the foundation for how our society interacts with each other. It's very important to be informed on that topic, mainly on Bradley's campus, due to the fact that a lot of us here come from different backgrounds and we definitely interact with each other.
Panelists encourage students to take the time to learn new things about identities and how to become more aware of the people around them. Attendees were also given an identity wheel to fill out about themselves over a light meal provided by Bradley Dining Services. Students were encouraged to be themselves and learned how to overcome one's negative thoughts.
I learned about the power of intersectionality and how even though we all come from different backgrounds and we have different experiences, we can all relate to one another and learn from each other.
Intersectionality is the overlap of various social identities and how those identities contribute to the specific type of systematic oppression and discrimination an individual experiences. For more events from Alpha Kappa Alpha or Sigma Lambda Gamma, reach out to the members of either organizations. For BUTV News, I'm Crystal Scott.
With the quick arrival of midterms, students are looking for different ways to de-stress. Bradley's InterVarsity Christian Fellowship hosted a de-stress painting event. Bradley students and Peoria locals attended the event in the Garrett Center this past Sunday. Attendees gathered and painted canvases guided through an instructional television program titled The Joy of Painting, hosted by Bob Ross. Bob Ross is an American painter and art instructor from the 1980s and 90s. All materials were provided to guests along with light refreshments. This stress-free zone allowed students and guests to interact and express themselves. To learn more about the InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, contact any member of the organization. This week on Campus Convos, Jade Sewell tests students on their knowledge of the Missouri Valley Conference champions, your own Bradley men's basketball team.
Hi, welcome back to Campus Convos. I'm Jade Sewell. This past weekend, our men's basketball team won the Missouri Valley Conference Championship. So today, we're here in the Student Center finding out what students know about basketball trivia. Let's go. Who is Bradley basketball's head coach?
I do not know the answer to that one.
I have no idea.
Brian Wardle.
It's Brian Wardle.
What does Brian Wardle wear for good luck? An item of clothing.
Socks from the beginning of the season.
His shoes.
His shoes, yes, red shoes.
That was a lucky guess.
Is it red shoes?
Can you name any other teams in our conference?
Drake.
UNI.
Yes.
Wesleyan.
Is Missouri State.
Do you know what conference Bradley plays in?
The Illinois Conference.
Missouri Conference.
Missouri Valley Conference, right? The Arch Madness thing? Yeah.
Can you name 3 basketball players?
I cannot.
Nate Canal.
There's Koch, and then there's
Dale Brown, the GOAT. Jashawn Henry, the Buffalo, and Nate Cannell.
Well, some people knew it, some people didn't, and some people are on the team. Reporting for BUTV News and reprising my role as Campus Convos, I'm Jade Sewell.
Rain or snow, no one knows except for Hernan Gutierrez. Up next with the weather.
And Morgan Wells enlightens us on some international women in entertainment.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Hernan, I'm staying in Peoria over spring break. What should I expect?
Yeah, I got some bad news for you, buddy. I'm going to Florida, so that's not my problem, but it's going to be an interesting start to spring break here in Illinois, but it won't be awful. Like, we're not looking at, like, you know, inches and inches of snow. But taking a look now at our radar, we're going to be able to see that there's going to be some precipitation going on in the out west that will affect us in a bit. We won't be able to. We're not seeing that until later on into tomorrow, as we see it's pretty dry here in central Illinois. As I mentioned before, there are some snow going out by Colorado that will turn into rain later. But now taking a look at our current temperatures, it's pretty mild here. It feels a little bit colder as it was pretty warm earlier this weekend. But for this time in March, it's pretty average. And we will be able to expect that going on for the rest of the week. Some pretty popular spring break temperatures. Right now it's 80 degrees in Tampa, 76 in Miami, 70 in LA, and 79 in Cancun. So be looking forward to that if you're going somewhere outside of Peoria. Now, taking a look at our 5-day forecast, we will be starting off ending the week with some rain, getting a break on Friday, seeing some snow on Saturday, but hopefully that'll all melt by the time the week starts next week, hovering around the 50s. Now it's time for your entertainment news with Morgan Wells.
Hernan. This past Sunday marked International Women's Day, and to commemorate that, I wanted to share with you some new findings discovered by the Gina Davis Institute on gender in media. This past year, the Institute saw just as many female lead characters in family films as male lead characters. It was reported that in 2007, just 24% of family films featured female characters in lead roles. This past year, 48% of the top 100 grossing family movies featured lead female characters. Although there are signs of improvement in most identity groups, Madeline Denono, the CEO of the Gina Davis Institute, states that sexualization and age continue to be major variables that need progress. Our study shows that female characters are 6 times more likely to be in sexually revealing clothing, a statistic that remains consistent over decades of research. In addition, there are little to no female characters over 50 years of age, yet a lot of male characters being depicted are in their 40s or older. A documentary series called Hillary interweaves revealing moments from the 2016 campaign footage with biographical chapters of Hillary Rodham Clinton's life. The series examines how she became at once one of the most admired and vilified women in the world. You can now stream it on Hulu and only Hulu. And here's the latest social media craze, the Flip the Switch challenge. There's a viral TikTok where Alex Rodriguez films him and Jennifer Lopez standing in front of a mirror as J-Lo starts to dance to Drake's Nonstop while wearing a white dress. When the switch is flipped, however, the two celebrities switch outfits, with Lopez in Rodriguez's suit and her fiancé wearing J-Lo's dress. Over the weekend, Senator Elizabeth Warren took part in the Flip the Switch challenge with Kate McKinnon on Saturday Night Live.
Did you guys know that some countries actually have holiday for International Women's Day?
Really?
Okay, that's awesome.
We should do that.
But we're
really
getting
should.
many holidays for coronavirus, so.
Well, up next, we'll talk with Karen Fragoso from Rise of the Red.
And what effect the music industry has on people from around our area.
For too long, there's been too much silence. We've stepped back when we should have stepped up.
We lack the bravery to have the tough conversations.
It stops now.
It stopped with us.
As campus leaders, we recognize that sexual assault is a real problem.
And it's time to take action.
We're standing together as a community because this issue affects all of us.
And we can only end it if we are braver together.
Starting now, we don't look the other way. We make it a move and do something.
Before it's too late.
We promote a culture of respect for all students.
We say something even when it's easier to remain silent.
We stand up for survivors.
We never blame them.
We hold our friends, our leaders, our teammates,
and ourselves accountable for our actions.
And when we see something wrong, we're brave enough to interrupt. We say something.
We do something. We watch out for each other.
Always.
Being a Bradley Brave means
ending the silence.
Together, we can work to end sexual assault and rape culture in our community. Together, we can do the right thing. Together, we can do the brave thing. Make your move and stand with us.
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 And we can all be braver together.
Interested in learning about supply chain? Bradley's Apex organization hosted an event to inform students about the supply chain industry in healthcare.
The American Production and Inventory Control Society at Bradley hosted a workshop on supply chain and healthcare this past Thursday. Students were given the opportunity to learn about the supply chain in healthcare, especially in the Peoria communities. Fernando Renaud from Point Corps, a well-known supply chain company in Peoria, presented students with information about Point Corps and how they serve the Peoria community. Renaud is the Vice President of Supply Chain Collaborative for OSF Healthcare, where he manages the sourcing and contracting division.
I love supply chain because it is literally the logistics that keep the healthcare system running. We touch everything from paper clips to CAT scanners, and by having the right product in the right place at the right time to meet our clinician and patient's needs, that's what we do.
Students were provided with a number of services that Point Corps provides for healthcare, such as technology, healthcare technology management, supply chain services, and construction services. Bradley's APEX members were happy that they were able to provide students with more information about supply chain and how it impacts the world today.
APEX is a business and engineering organization on campus, all about supply chain. Our event tonight was important because we were able to show APEX members and Bradley students why supply chain and healthcare is important and how it's relevant, especially because we see it all around us and in our everyday lives.
Supply chain is the logistics that keeps the healthcare system running. To learn more about supply chain or APEX, contact any member of Bradley's APEX for more information. For BUTV News, I'm Crystal Scott.
Now, most college students are suckers for free school swag, but have you ever wondered about how these free merchandise events come about? That's why we have Karen Fragoso, director of the Rise of the Red, here with us today. Welcome, Karen.
Hi.
Hi. So, for someone who is new to Rise of the Red,
yes,
what's the organization all about?
Sure. So Rise of the Red is a sub-organization of Student Senate. So it's run by Student Senate, and Student Senate is an organization for our student body by the students. So Rise of the Red is essentially made to kind of have unity among students, to have once a day, a week, or a month where students can come together and just kind of be proud to wear the red that Bradley represents.
Now, as someone on the front lines of school spirit, how has it fared in the last couple years?
It's been very different. So every semester it's new gear, just to keep that excitement going of what's new. And it's just of how we promote it. So we've talked about getting Kaboom to do some promotion with us, different locations, variations. Sometimes we'll do a scavenger hunt to see where you can find the locations. So it very much varies throughout the years.
Now, from what I can tell, there have been a lot of hats involved with Rise of the Red. In fact, I have a couple myself. Is there anything else? What are the big ticket Rise of the Red swag that students can get their hands on?
Sure. So as of right now, we do have long sleeve t-shirts. Those are pretty big. I know in past semesters they've had hoodies, they've had other t-shirts, but as of right now, it's long sleeve t-shirts. Those are the big ones. We actually run out of those really fast per each Rise of the Red.
That's great for the weather, like Fernand was saying. Now, do you have any upcoming events that we should know about?
Yes, actually, next Friday, no, not next Friday, the Friday after spring break, March 27th, we will be at Student Center from 11 to 12-ish, giving some Rise of the Red merchandise. We have a special wheel that we have people spin to see what surprise little swag you get.
Now, are there any, what do students need to do to get their hands on some of this swag?
So as long as you are a Bradley student with a Bradley student ID, you're pretty much set to get whatever you want for free. It does give us a little bit of a, you get like brownie points if you follow us on social media, and that's just it. As long as you're a Bradley student, free.
So speaking of social media, where can people on Bradley get and follow Rise of the Red?
Yeah, so we're on Twitter and Instagram, we're Bradley Senate, and then on Facebook, we're Bradley Student Senate.
Finally, any reactions from our Missouri Valley Conference win?
Oh, we're so excited. So excited. We do want to do a little more to kind of emphasize how excited we are that we are going to March Madness. So just look forward to next Rise of the Red for all the excitement, a little more excitement and just a lot more pizzazz.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Tirza.
Thank you, Maxwell. This past Tuesday, BUTV's Andrew Crank covered the 7th Annual Music Industry Panel in the Caterpillar Global Communication Center. Here is Andrew with more.
This past Thursday, Bradley University hosted the 7th Annual Music Industry Panel in the Caterpillar Global Communications Center. The panel consisted of music industry specialists Mike Judy, Kevin Gates, and Patrick Singer, who are all currently employed and working in the music industry doing work such as artist promotion, event hosting, concert creation, and full album production. The aim of the panel is to inform and create a dialogue for students who are already in music programs offered by Bradley University, or for students in other majors who also have an interest in a career in the music industry. Panelist Mike Judy talked to the changes in the music industry regarding consumption and distribution of music, changing from traditional radio and TV to more modern platforms of distribution such as streaming and online video viewing.
Bands get broken by being added to Spotify playlists. Of course, terrestrial radio is still vital. Well, actually, I wouldn't even use the word vital. It's important, but really, streaming is where it's at right now.
Fellow panelist Patrick Singer talked of the importance of continuing to learn throughout his career, and about how learning goes far beyond the university setting and how he is learning still today.
There's always more things to learn and figure out, whether it's learning from a colleague or learning from a mentor or just learning from just doing. I think that's really the best solution for how to figure things out, is just to do them, and then you learn and go from there and see where it leads you.
Panelist and producer Kevin Gates stressed the importance of making sure that students know that careers in the music industry are fully possible.
I want these students to know that a career in entertainment is completely obtainable. It seems really daunting, but the industry as a whole is healthy, and there is space for young, driven people to go in there and kind of carve out their own niche and find a way to monetize that dream.
The music industry panel ended with a short Q&A session followed by one-on-one conversations with the panelists. For more details on the music industry panel and upcoming events, please contact Student Activities and the Smith Career Center for more information. For BUTV News, I'm Andrew Crank.
After the break, Larry Larson breaks down the Bradley men's basketball team's special win this past Sunday with our sports segment.
And later on, we'll have a performance of the song Get You to the Moon by Pierre Paul. Stay tuned.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi. Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
We're going dancing in the valley. Woo! Second time. And you were there to see it.
It was crazy. I can't believe it. I'm lucky because, leading up to this year, of course, Bradley hadn't been in the NCAA tournament in years. And now that we're here, all I know is teams that make the NCAA tournament. So with that said, let's get into it. After entering the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament as the 4th seed and going without a selection to the All-MVC first team, Bradley men's basketball went into Arch Madness with a chip on its shoulder. With wins over Southern Illinois and Drake on Friday and Saturday, the defending champs could make history and decide things in the championship matchup with Valparaiso on Sunday. Let's take a look at the highlights. Bradley got out to a hot start, 9-2 in fact, thanks to a nice spin move from Elijah Childs. Bradley looked real good early, especially on this. Nate Cannell says, "I'll bring the peanut butter." Danye Kingsby, you bring the jam on that alley-oop. Darryl Brown also very hot in the first half. He scored 12 points. The Crusaders stayed stride for stride, though, and took the lead later in the half thanks to this Javon Freeman Liberty floater. Valpo still in control in the second half as Ben Cricky goes to work on Elijah Childs and hits the hook shot, and then just possessions later, hits a three. Bradley stayed composed, however, and eventually pulled ahead for good using this Jashawn Henry dunk. Brown kept filling up the bucket and scored 21 points, a career game for the Bradley senior. The Braves would go on to cruise to the win as Childs puts the cherry on top here. Bradley clinches its second straight bid to the NCAA tournament, 80-66. The team won, so the win marks Bradley's first back-to-back Missouri Valley Conference titles in school history. After averaging 21 points per game in the tournament, Brown was named the tournament's most outstanding player. Childs was also named to the all-tournament team after averaging 15 points per game. The Braves' opponent will be released this Sunday at 5 p.m. on the CBS Selection Sunday show. They will play their first-round matchup on Thursday or Friday. As for Bradley women's basketball, they finished the regular season on a high note last week, beating Indiana State and Evansville in a successful trip through the Hoosier State. With the 2 wins, the Braves finished the regular season campaign with a mark of 22-7 and a conference record of 13-7, both win totals being program records. The women head into the Missouri Valley Conference tournament as the number 3 seed, matching up with 6th-seeded Valparaiso on Friday night at 8:30. The Braves won both regular season matchups versus the Crusaders by a combined 45 points. So take that as you will heading into that matchup. On Wednesday, Bradley broke another program record as 3 players were named to the first-team All-MVC. Senior Chelsea Brackman and junior Gabby Hawk were honored for the second consecutive season, and team-leading scorer Laisha Petrie won the accolade for the first time. Additionally, Mari Petrie was named to the all-freshman team. While the team is in the hunt for an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament, they'll have to win this weekend's tournament to be guaranteed a spot in the Big Dance. An exciting time for Bradley basketball, to say the least.
What did it feel like to be in the room?
Well, it was really crazy. Honestly, a really unbelievable feeling. I wasn't in the stands. I was covering the game, but it was awesome to see so many people happy.
That's phenomenal. I'm sad to miss out. But you shouldn't miss out on Pierre Paul's performance after these messages.
And we'll see what's going on around campus before spring break.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys. You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Are you wondering what there is to do on campus right before spring break? Here are some of BUTV's suggestions. Brave Sounds Entertainment is hosting an open mic event in Lydia's Lounge in U-Haul tonight at 8 p.m. If you have some spoken word poetry pieces, some songs that you would like to sing, or you just want to watch the performances, BSE encourages you to come join the fun. Bradley is hosting an event in the Student Center Ballroom tomorrow from 7 to 8 p.m., showcasing invisible disabilities. A speaker from the Invisible Disability Association will be there to discuss the topic in depth. During the event, students will be able to ask questions, earn credit for CFA, and even win prizes. Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Terza Sprigella.
I'm Larry Larson.
I'm Morgan Wells.
I'm Hernan Gutierrez. And I'm Max Solmagert. We leave you tonight with a performance from Pierre Paul. Have a great night.
You gave me a shoulder when I needed it. You showed me love when I wasn't feeling it. You helped me fight when I was giving in. Oh. And you made me laugh when I was losing it. 'Cause you are the reason why I'm stuck, hanging on. Yeah, you are the reason why my head is still above water. And if I could have got you the moon, oh, gave it to you, and if that was coming for you, I'd give my life for you. 'Cause you are the reason why I'm stuck, hanging on. Yeah, you are the reason why my head is still above water. And if I could have got you the moon, oh, gave it to you.